Imagine an empire so wealthy its gold reserves dwarf those of all Europe combined. This was the Songhai Empire, a powerhouse of trade and culture in West Africa. But how did this empire, and others like it, vanish from the global narrative? The answer lies in the power of storytelling. For centuries, African history was told through a Eurocentric lens, but today, a new wave of filmmakers is reclaiming these stories. Ousmane, the father of African cinema, once said that film is the most powerful weapon in the fight against oppression. His 1966 masterpiece, L'Onwada, was the first African film to gain international recognition. It told the story of a Senegalese woman working as a maid in France, a stark critique of colonialism. Sembène believed that cinema could reach the masses in a way that books could not. His work inspired a generation of African filmmakers to tell their own stories. The Songhai Empire, which flourished from 1464 to 1591, was one of the wealthiest states in the world. Under the rule of Askia Muhammad I, it controlled the trans-Saharan gold trade, with reserves that surpassed those of contemporary European kingdoms. Yet, its story was nearly lost to history. Today, AI-generated documentaries are bringing these empires back to life. One such film, The African Empire That Was Richer Than All of Europe, uses cutting-edge technology to visualize the grandeur of Songhai. This is a new frontier in African cinema, where technology meets history. Queen Njinga of Nongo and Matamba was another figure whose story was nearly erased. She ruled from 1583 to 1663 and led armies against Portuguese and Dutch colonial forces. Her refusal to sign a treaty that would enslave her people made her a legend. The Netflix series African Queens, Njinga brought her story to a global audience, but not without controversy. Critics argue that such adaptations prioritize drama over historical accuracy. The Dahomey Kingdom, featured in the 2022 film The Woman King, is another example. The Agoji, an all-female warrior regiment, were not just soldiers but a political and spiritual force. They were the only all-female military unit in Africa to fight a European army. Yet, the film's fictionalized narrative sparked debates about authenticity. The Carnation Revolution in Portugal on April 25, 1974, marked the end of the Portuguese colonial empire. This event led to the independence of Angola, Mozambique, and Guinea-Bissau. It also inspired a new wave of African cinema, as filmmakers sought to document this shift. The digital revolution has further transformed African cinema. Modern filmmakers use digital tools to create high-quality productions that compete globally. AI is now being used to visualize lost empires, making history accessible to a new generation. This is not just about reclaiming the past but shaping the future. African cinema is a tool for decolonization, a way to challenge the dominant narrative and empower the next generation. The stories of Africa's empires are not just history, they are a call to action. As we look to the future, one question remains: how will you contribute to this revolution?